sky turned a shade of a bruised violet blue, and the wind started whispering secrets of you. I was standing on the corner, just watching the dust, thinking about the way we ran out of the trust. Then it hit my shoulder, a single cold stain, the first little piece of what the clouds were gonna bring. It's a warning in the water, a message in the gray, that the sun is finally leaving for a different kind of day. It's a lonely invitation to the cold, a story of the mate is getting way too old. I'm looking at the asphalt, I'm looking at the line, trying to find a way to be doing just fine. Oh, it's just the first drop of rain, the start of the leak, telling me my heart is becoming way too weak. It's a liquid, I miss you, a waterlogged on, waiting for a summer that's never gonna dawn. It's the first of a million, the first of the flood, mixing with the memory and the rhythm of the blood. Yeah, the rain has started, and I'm just victorious. I remember the umbrella was shared in the park, before we were strangers in the middle of the dark. Now I'm just a target for the clouds in the sky, underneath the weight of a giant size wide. A second drive hit me, then 10, then a few, washing away the last lingering version of you. I'm standing in the puddle, I'm standing in the sting of every single promise that we couldn't ever bring. Let it pour, let the whole world drown. I'm tired of the dust in this broken down town. The first drop was a warning, the second was a sign. I'm losing the yours and I'm losing the mine. It's coming down hard, it's breaking my guard. One drop, two drops, now I'm soaked, another forever. They finally broke, the sky is open, the street is back, and there's no way to take it back. The sky is open, the street is blank, and there's no way to take it back. One drop, the sky turned down. The sky turned its shores. The pull the covers up to my chin at noon. Try to hide from the sun that left too soon. The window is a square, the charcoal and the lead, matching every single thought inside of my head. There's no shadow on the floor, no gold on the wall, just a flat silver silence standing in the hall. I remember when the light used to dance on your skin, before we left the heavy, heavy ceiling in. It's a world without a border, a world without a spark, caught in the middle of the light and the dark. I'm breathing in the moisture, I'm breathing in the gone, waiting for a version of a Saturday dawn. Oh, it's just these gray skies hanging over my soul, telling me the pieces are never gonna be whole. There's no blue in the distance, no break in the cloud, just a lonely kind of over that's feeling too loud. It's a charcoal, maybe a slate color done, shining in the absence of a 2026 sun. Yeah, the sky is heavy and the heart is too. The birds have gone quiet, the trees are just still, watching the winter move against the hill. I thought about driving, I thought about the flight, but there's nowhere to go when the day looks like night. I'm a prisoner of the weather, a slave to the hue, drowning in the color that reminds me of you. Every mist on the glass is a tear I didn't cry, underneath the ceiling of a lead-covered sky. Flake open, let the lightning just strike. I'm tired of the nothing and the everything alike. I'd rather have the storm than this flat, empty gray. I'd rather have the flood than this hollow-hearted day. Where is the color? Where is the just a light of gray for a broken down hymn. The sky stays fairy, the room stays dim, just a light of gray for a broken down hymn. No silver lining, 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 no silver lining. I pulled the covers up It was too quiet for too long in this room, just waiting for the sky to finally seal the doom. I was staring at your picture, staring at the dust, trying to find the silver in the middle of the rust. And the heavens ripped open, a jagged bolt of white, turning the whole bedroom into a blinding light. The sound followed after, a heavy-duty roar, shaking every picture and the handle on the door. It's a wake-up call from a sky that's turned black, telling me there's no way of ever going back. The air is electric, the air is a sting of every single nebel that the clouds were gonna bring. Oh, it's a thunderclap hitting in the center of my chest, putting all the maybe and the always to the test. It's a loud mouth over, a screaming kind of done in the middle of a world that's forgotten about the sun. It's shaking the windows, it's shaking the wire, falling from the ceiling of a broken-hearted sky. It's a thunderclap, and it's waking me up. I remember how you'd hide your head beneath the sheet whenever the storm started walking down the street. Now I'm standing at the window, I'm looking at the flash, watching all the beauty turn into a pile of ash. Every boom is a memory, every boom is a fight that we never finished in the middle of the night. The house is a drum and the sky is the ham, beating out a rhythm that I finally understand. Let it shake, let the whole house fall. I'm tired of the silence and the shadows on the wall. The thunder is a magnet, the lightning is a trap. I'm losing the lines of my emotional map. It's too loud, it's tearing through the a story of loss that was never meant to be told. Another crack, another boom, just me in a shaking room. I got my yellow boots on, the ones you used to tease, walking through the garden and the shivering trees. The driveway is a river, the sidewalk is a lake, and I'm standing in the middle of a beautiful mistake. I remember how we'd run, how we'd jump, how we'd fly underneath the ceiling of a waterlogged sky. Now I'm looking at the circles that I'm making in the blue, but the ripples are all empty, 'cause they're missing half of you. It's a 5-year-old's game in a 30-year-old's heart, trying to find a way to make the heavy clouds depart. I'm aiming for the center, I'm aiming for the deep, in the middle of a promise that I couldn't even keep. Oh, I'm puddle jumping alone, making a mess in a world crack. The water's cold and muddy, it's biting at my skin, but it's better than the silence of the house I'm living in. I saw my own reflection for a second in the pool, looking like a lonely, rain-drenched kind of fool. I wanna hear you laughing, I wanna see you trip, I wanna feel the water as it's falling from your lip. But the street is just a mirror of the nothing and the gone, stretching out forever till the breaking of the dawn. Jump higher, let the water just fly, scream at the clouds and the charcoal gray sky. If I get wet enough, will I wash away the pain? Or am I just a prisoner of the highway rain? Don't let me stop, I'm waiting for the drop. I'm waiting for the drop. They've been living for the dough, they're sure just a wet coat and a sinking boat. I'm going inside now, I'm leaving the rain, but I'm taking driveway feels like it's 1,000 miles long, and I'm humming the ghost of a broken down song. My canvas is heavy, my laces are tight, tied in a knot in the middle of the night. Every step is a squish, every step is a sigh, underneath the ceiling of a charcoal sky. I remember when you tell me to come in from the cold, before the story of us started getting so old. The water is ice, it's biting at my toes, and nobody's waiting with the dry, warm clothes. I'm a sinking ship on a sidewalk of stone, walking the rhythm of the all alone. Oh, I'm walking in soggy shoes, a heavy-duty mess, feeling the weight of the no and the yes. The fabric is dragging, the spirit is thin, trying to find where the me should begin. It's a waterlogged over, a cotton-drenched dawn, shining in the absence of a 22C sun. Yeah, it's a slow-motion walk in a hollow-hearted talk. I reach for the porch and I reach for the light, still dripping with the maybe of the middle of the night. The mat is a sponge, the carpet is a leak, every footprint I leave is a giant mistake. I wanna kick him off, I wanna let him go, but the cold has a way of moving so slow. I'm standing in the hallway, I'm standing in the steam of every single promise that we couldn't ever bring. Take them off, leave them by the door, don't let the water hit the hardwood floor. But the wetness is a magnet, the canvas is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I'm leaning my forehead against the cold, clear line, watching the world and the weather entwine. The oak tree in the yard is a green, shaky ghost, fading in the places where I miss you the most. There's a droplet racing down a silver gray track, trying to find a way to never come back. I'm tracing the path with a shaky cold finger, letting the maybe and the always just linger. Everything's distorted, everything's a blur, a liquid reminder of the way we once were. I'm looking for a shape, I'm looking for a sign, in the middle of a world that's no longer mine. Oh, I'm looking through wet windows of watercolor dawn, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. The streetlights are bleeding into circles of gold, like a beautiful story that's getting too old. It's a glass covered over, a rain slick done, shining in the absence of a 2026 sun. Yeah, it's a blurry view and a permanent you. I saw a car pull up in the house across the street. For a second my heart skipped a rhythmic beat, but the rain turned the color into a dull leaden gray, and the stranger inside just went on their way. I wanna wipe the steam, I wanna clear the pain, but I'm terrified of seeing the middle of the pain. So I'll stay in the fog, I'll stay in the mist, in a world of the us that no longer exists. Clear the glass, let the vision come through, stop hiding from the reality of me and of you. But the water is a magnet, the steam is a trap, I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too blurry, it's too late to hurry. One drop, two drops, merging into one, just like the damage that we finally done. The window is wet, the heart is blue, still looking for the light in the version of you. One drop, The barometer's dropping, the air is too still, like a secret that's waiting against its own will. I see the trees leaning, I see the sky change into something that's bitter and cold and so strange. There's a message in the static, a sign on the blast, watching the once perfect memories pass. I can feel it coming, a shift in the light that's gonna leave me stranded in the middle of the night. It's a weathered glass warning that I can't even read, a silent prediction of a heart that's starting to bleed. The curtains are heavy, the shadows are long, and I'm just humming the ghost of a broken down song. It's a storm warning, a heavy duty gone, watching the clouds cover up the break of the dawn. It's a headline, a heartache, the sky full of white, underneath the ceiling of a charcoal gray sky. I'm bored in the windows, I'm locking the door, but the storm's already living on my bedroom floor. Yeah, it's a storm warning, and the rain's gonna pour. They say every hurricane gets a name from a girl who can rip up your life and set your head in a whirl. But yours is a quiet one, a no signal stain. It doesn't even tell me what the clouds are gonna bring. I'm checking the horizon, I'm checking the air, but the only thing moving is the you that isn't there. The stillness is a hammer, the silence is a roar, warning me that nothing's gonna be the same anymore. Let it break, I'm tired of the weight, I'm tired of the gravity and the pressure of fate. The air is a magnet, the clouds are a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's coming for me, and I got nowhere to be. Letting the heavy weather back in. I hear the thunder, I see the light, bracing for a long distance night. The barometer's dropping.
edge of the world, watching the silver and the charcoal get swirled. The fabric above me is heavy and blue, leaking a memory of the middle of you. I can't take a step, I can't make a run, till the sky finally admits that the rain is all done. I'm a prisoner of the dry, a slave to the shade, in a tiny little kingdom that the weather has made. The street is a river, the sidewalk is glass, watching the ghost of our chemistry pass. I'm lighting a match just to feel the spark in a 6-foot shelter in the middle of the dark. Oh, I'm stuck under the awning, waiting for a sign, trying to find the yours and the mine. The rain is a wall, the rain is a cage in the middle of a lonely stage. I'm inches from the flood, I'm inches from the sting of every single never that the clouds were gonna bring. Yeah, I'm safe for a second, but I'm just wrecked. I saw my reflection in the window of the shop, waiting for the over and the always to stop. There's a couple inside, drinking their tea, looking like the version of the you and the me. I wanna go in, I wanna stay warm, but I'm a different kind of animal in the middle of the storm. So I lean on the glass, I lean on the wood, wishing I could leave this little shelter for good. Step out, let the water just pour, don't stay in the almost and the maybe anymore. But the canvas is a magnet, the dry is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too cold, it's getting too drip, one more inch. Drip, don't flinch. The awning is narrow, the night is wide, and I've got nowhere left to hide. I reach for the hand, I reach for the black, but there's nothing but the rain on my shivering back. I must have left it on the 409 train, or the coffee shop window, or the middle of the pane. Now the sky is a bucket, and I'm just the floor, getting hit by the always and the never once more. I'm looking in my hands, I'm looking at the air, trying to find a shelter that isn't really there. It's a fabric line made, a wire frame gone,
waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. I'm a target for the clouds, I'm a target for the sting of every single promise that we couldn't ever bring. Oh, I'm a lost umbrella in a world of flood, feeling the ice in the rhythm of the blood. I got no cover, I've got no shield, standing in the middle of a broken down field. It's a skeleton lumber, a tattered up thorn, shining in the absence of a 2026 sun. Yeah, I'm just soaking, and I'm just choking on the rain. I remember how you'd hold it, how you keep me dry underneath the ceiling of a charcoal sky. Now the wind is a thief and the rain is a ghost, hanging out in the places where I'm needing you most. My hair is a mess and my coat is a lead, matching every single thought inside of my head. I'm looking for a doorway, I'm looking for a tree, but there's no more protection for a version of me. Let it pour, I don't need the frame, I don't need the save for the sounds like your name. The umbrella was a lie, the shelter was a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I'm soaked to the bone, I'm standing alone. Empty head, wet face, just a lot of water in a lonely place. I'll just keep walking, I'll just keep the pace until the rain erases your face. Erases your face. Erases your face. Erases your face.
The kettle's starting to scream, a low and steady cry, matching every single how and every single why. I'm reaching for the porcelain, the one with the chip rim, in a kitchen where the light is staying gray and dim. I'm watching the leaves dance in the bottom of the cup, waiting for the sun and a hope to finally come up. But the water's turning amber, a bitter kind of brown, like the way I'm finally feeling in this broken downtown. The steam is a ghost, a cloud on my face, hiding in the shadows of this hollowed out space. I'm breathing in the honey, I'm breathing in the gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. Oh, 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 it's just tea and tears in the middle of the night, trying to find the wrong and trying to find the right. The mug is warm, but the heart is bone dry, cold, tracing the outlines of a story that's getting old. It's a ceramic overcast with a little bit of cream. Back when we were living in a honey-coated dream. Now I'm drinking it black, I'm drinking it plain, seasoning the water with the middle of the pain. One drop hits the surface, making ripples in the tea. A tiny little mirror of the version of me. I wanna pour it out, I wanna clear the sink, but I'm terrified of having too much time to finally think. Let it burn. I wanna feel the sting. I'm tired of the nothing that the silence has to bring. The steam is a magnet, the porcelain is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too bitter, it's too cold. Porcelain is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too bitter, it's too bitter, it's too It's too bitter, it's too cold. It's too bitter, it's too cold. Clink, stir the honey, clink, stir the pain. Just a lot of water and a lot of rain. The cup is empty, the eyes are dry. Just a long, slow goodbye. Goodbye. Temperature dropped 10 degrees in and out, and I'm losing the sun and I'm losing the power. I reach for the cabinet, the one with the gray, the one you bought for me on a rainy Saturday. I'm pulling the collar up over my face, trying to find a little bit of us in this space. It's oversized and heavy, it's hanging off my frame, a wool-covered version of a beautiful shame. Here's a fabric line, baby, a cotton draped dawn, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. I'm shivering in a hallway, I'm shivering in a hall, watching the shadows of the needles on the wall. Oh, it's just sweater weather for a cold-hearted soul, telling me the pieces are never gonna be whole. I'm wrapping up the memory, I'm wrapping up the wire, underneath the ceiling of a charcoal color sky. It's knitted over, tattered up, done, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, I'm just hiding, and I'm just sliding into the dark. There's a loose thread on the sleeve right by the wrist, like a piece of the forever that we clearly missed. I wanna pull it, I wanna watch the whole thing unravel, just like the thousands of miles of our travel. I'm breathing in a laundry soap, I'm breathing in the skin of the person I used to be before the gone moved in. It's a soft kind of torture, a comfortable sting of every single promise that we couldn't ever bring. Take it off, let the cold air bite, stop trying to stay warm in the middle of the night.
trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too heavy, it's too much to wear.
Close the eye, just a lot of wool and a lot of lies. I'll stay in the sweater, I'll stay in the gray until the cold finally goes away.
Blowing on my fingers, trying to find a spark. In the middle of the kitchen, in the middle of the dark. The heater's humming loudly, but the air is staying thin. Like the patience I'm losing in the skin that I'm in. I remember how you'd grab them, how you'd hold them to your chest, back when forever was a simple, easy test. Now they're just 10 stones, heavy and blue, reaching for a version of a person not you. It's a bloodless maybe, a frozen over gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. I'm putting them in pockets, I'm putting them in gloves, but they're still the color of the ghosts of our loves. Oh, I've got cold hands and a hollow hearted ache, watching the winter and the promises break. There's no one to warm them, no one to hold, in a world that's finally getting way too old. It's a blue tipped over, a shivering dove, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, they're just ice and I'm just paying the price. I try to hold the coffee, try to hold the tea, but the warmth doesn't stay in a version of me. I'm a conductor of the winter, a master of the frost, keeping a tally of the things that I've lost. I remember the way they felt, tangled in your hair, before the whole world turned into the cold, empty air. Now I'm just a statue, I'm just a piece of glass, watching the shadows and the memories pass. Strike a match, let the fire just burn. I'm tired of the lessons I've had to learn. The ice is a magnet, the numb is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I can't feel my fingers, I can't feel the light. Oh,
just a lot of shivering, nowhere left to hide. I'll keep them in the dark, I'll keep them in the cold, until this story is finally told. I've been counting the shadows on the bedroom floor, waiting for the light to come through the door. The clouds are like wood, thick and they're gray, hiding the start of a brand new day. I'm sitting in the chair with the velvet and dust, trying to remember how to feel a little trust. The damp is in the wood, the damp is in the bone, in a house that's finally learned how to be alone. The horizon is a promise that's taking its time, while I'm just humming a broken down rhyme. I'm looking for the yellow, I'm looking for the gold, in a story of us that's getting way too old. Oh, I'm waiting for the sun, waiting for the break, trying to find a version of me that isn't an ache. The sky is a ceiling, the sky is a wall, and I'm just a shadow standing in the hall. It's a long distance, baby, a slate color done, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, I'm just waiting, and I'm just fading into the light. I remember the mornings where the gold was so bright, we didn't even notice the middle of the night. Now I'm a student of the charcoal and the lead, matching every single thought inside of my head. I wanna feel the heat, I wanna feel the burn of every single lesson I've had to finally learn. I'm watching the mist as it's lifting from the grass, watching the slow motion minutes just pass. Come through, rip the clouds away. Yeah, I'm ready for the pressure of a Saturday day. The gray is a magnet, the damp is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I'm ready to see, I'm ready to be. I'm ready to see, I'm ready to be. I'm ready to see, I'm ready to be. There it is, a sliver of gold, a story of maybe that's yet to be told. I'm still waiting, I'm still here, until the clouds finally clear.
Walking the line where the concrete turns black, with a heavy-duty ghost sitting on my back. The street lights are bleeding into circles of blue, like a neon-lit version of a me without you. The sidewalk is a mirror, a silver gray floor, showing me a shadow that I don't want anymore. I'm dodging the puddles, I'm dodging the wire, underneath the ceiling of a charcoal-colored sky. Every headlight is a streak, every brake light is a sting of every single promise that we couldn't ever bring. I'm a pedestrian of the over, a walker of a gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. No, I'm drifting through these rain-slick streets of watercolor mist, feeling the weight of the no and the yes. The city's a kaleidoscope of the used to be, reflecting every piece of the broken down me. It's a blacktop ballad, a wet pavement done, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, the streets are slick, and the heart is too. I saw a couple laughing underneath a shared coat, and for a second there's a lump in my throat. They were dancing through the droplets, they were skipping the grind, back when everything was easy and everything was prime. Now I'm just a witness to the friction and the flow of 1,000 different people with nowhere left to go. I'm checking my reflection in the oil and the rain, drowning in the rhythm of the urban kind of pain. Step faster, don't look at the glass, don't let the memories of the always just pass. The asphalt is a magnet, the neon is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too bright, it's too dark in the light. 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 One block, 2 blocks, still the same view. Just a lot of water and a lot of you. The streets are wet, the heart is blue, still walking until I'm through. Until I'm through.
staring at the ridge since the break of the day, waiting for the charcoal to finally turn to gray. The forecast said scattered, the forecast said bright, but I'm still living in the middle of a sunless night. There's a ceiling of the cotton and a ceiling of the lead, matching every single heavy thought inside of my head. I remember when the blue was a simple, easy thing, before we let the winter and the heavy weather in. It's a world without a border, a world without a spark, caught in the middle of the light and the dark. I'm breathing in the moisture, I'm breathing in the gone, waiting for a version of a Saturday dawn. Oh, it's just that the clouds won't clear over my soul, telling me the pieces are never gonna be whole. There's no break in the distance, no silver in the light, just a long distance maybe in this heart of mine. It's a slate colored over a smoke-filled dawn, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, the sky's heavy and the heart is too. I saw a sliver of the gold about an hour ago, but the wind blew it out before it started to grow. The trees are just standing, they're tired of the rain, just like I'm tired of the rhythm of the pain. I'm a prisoner of the overcast, a slave to the hue, drowning in a color that reminds me of you. Every mist on the glass is a tear I didn't cry, underneath the ceiling of a lead-covered sky. It's a world without a border, a world without a spark, caught in the middle of the light and the dark. I'm breathing in the moisture, I'm breathing in the gone, waiting for a version of a Saturday dawn. Oh, it's just that the clouds won't clear over my soul, telling me the pieces are never gonna be whole. There's no break in the distance, no silver in the line, just a long distance maybe in this heart of mine. I'd rather have the storm than this flat, empty grave. I'd rather have the storm than this hollow-hearted day. Yeah, where is the color? Here is the light. Still cold, still cold. A story of us that's getting too old. The clouds won't move, the sky won't break, just a lot away for a heart to take. The sky is a sheet of the purple and the black, and I'm watching the storm that I can't take back. There it is, a jagged line against the hill, turning the whole world suddenly still. It's a 5-second ghost, a neon lit wild scream a charcoal sky. I'm counting the seconds till the thunder arrives in the middle of the wreckage of our broken down lives. It's a warning in the distance, a flicker in the air, reminding me of the you that isn't really there. I'm a target for the light, I'm a target for the sting of every single promise that we could never bring. Oh, it's just distant lightning, a flash of the earth, turning all the maybe and the always into dust. It's a beautiful danger, a silver-plated gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. It's illuminating the over, it's illuminating the done, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, it's a distant flash and a hollow-hearted crash. I remember how we count the miles by the light, back when we were safe in the middle of the night. Now I'm just a witness to the friction and the flow of 1,000 different ghosts with nowhere left to go. The air is getting heavy, the air is getting tight as I'm chasing the shadow of a long distance light. Every flicker is a heartbeat, every flicker is a stay that I'm not ready to wash or to throw away. Strike closer, let the whole sky break. I'm tired of the almost and the everything ache. The lightning is a magnet, the lightning is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too bright, it's too late to fight. It's too bright, it's too late to fight. It's too bright, it's too much. Just a lot of light and a lot of trials. The storm is coming, the air is cold. A story of us that's getting too old. So I'm staring at the plaster, I'm staring at the white, listening to the sky try to break in for the night. It's a million tiny fingers tapping on the wood, telling me the things that I never understood. We used to call it cozy, we used to call it home, underneath the shelter of the cedar-scented dome. Now it's just a cadence, a military roll, marching through the hallways in the hollow of my soul. The shingles are a drum, the attic is a shell, in a six-room heaven that's turned into a hell. I'm breathing in the damp, I'm breathing in the gray, while the melody of us is being washed away. Oh, it's just the sound of the roof keeping me awake, counting every single heart. Stopping mistake is a rimming over, a worse it gone, waiting for a silence that's never gonna dawn. It's the overhead maybe, the shingles line wire, falling from the ceiling of a rainbow color sky. Yeah, the rain is talking, and I'm just walking in circles. I remember how we'd whisper, trying to talk above the roar. Before we were the strangers who don't live here anymore. Now the storm is the only thing that's filling up the space, drowning out the memory and the outline of your face. It's a heavy-duty stay, it's a fabric line, no. Watching the water and the shadows start to grow. I wanna go outside, I wanna feel the sting, but I'm terrified of the nothing that the silence has to bring. Louder, let the rafters just shake. I'm tired of the almost and the everything ache. The timber is a magnet, the rhythm is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too loud, it's tearing through the clouds, It's too loud, 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 it's too loud. If I could, I'd stop the noise, I'd stop the rain, but I'm just a prisoner of the rhythmic pain. The roof stays heavy, yeah, the night stays alone, just the sound of the rain and a broken down song. Broken down song. Broken down song. I'm leaning my forehead against the silver and the cold, staring at a story that's getting way too old. The word outside is a smear of the green and the gray, washing the colors of the Saturday away. I breathed out a cloud of white and a heavy-duty white, turning the window into a lead-colored sky. Now I'm trapped in the vapor, I'm trapped in the mist, in a world of the us that no longer exists. It's a fabric line made, a glass come and gone, waiting for a light it's never gonna dawn. I'm tracing a circle, I'm tracing a name in the middle of a beautiful digital shame. Oh, it's just a mist on the glass, a watercolor us, turning all the maybe and the always into dust. I'm looking for the street, I'm looking for the light, but I'm just staring at the
middle of the night. It's a hazy over, a smoke-filled dawn, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, it's just a blur and I'm just here. The moisture is dripping in along in a lonely line, telling me that yours is no longer the mine. I wanna wipe it away, I wanna see the trees, but I'm terrified of the nothing and the cold-hearted breeze. So I'll stay in the fog, I'll stay in the white, hiding from the reality and the pressure of the light. The glass is a barrier, the glass is a cage in the middle of a long and a lonely stage. Clear the view, let the world come through. Stop hiding in the shadow of the me and the you. But the vapor is a magnet, the steam is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. It's too cloudy, it's too cold on the squeak rough, a little bit of light. Squeak rough, a little bit of sigh. The mist is coming back, the sky is turning black, just a blurry window and a blurry soul, and a blurry soul. A mist is coming back, the sky is turning black, just a blurry window and a blurry soul, then a blurry soul. A blurry soul, then a blurry soul. Squeak, rough,
I'm standing in the center of the driveway in the dark, without a single shelter or a little bit of spark. My jacket is a lead, my denim is a chain, drinking up the silver and the charcoal of the rain. It's moved past the fabric, it's moved past the skin, into every hollow where the earth has always been. I'm shivering so hard that I can't even see the shadow of the person that I used to be. The water is a witness, the water is a ghost, hanging out in the places where I'm needing you most. I'm a sponge for the over, a target for the gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. Oh, I'm soaked to the bone, a heavy-duty mess, feeling the weight of the no and the yes. It's not just the weather, it's not just the sky, it's the permanent over and the giant size. Why? I'm a waterlogged navy, a saturated dun, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, the rain is inside, and I got nowhere to hide. I remember how you wrapped me in a towel and a lap, back when we were living in the better, brighter half. Now I'm just a fountain for the sorrow and the sting of every single promise that we could never bring. My hair is a curtain, my eyes are a lake, every single heartbeat is a massive mistake. I wanna go inside, I wanna get warm, but I'm a different kind of animal in the middle of the storm. Let the flood in, I'm already drowned, I'm tired of the almost and the hit the ground. The rain is a magnet, the cold is a trap, I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I can't feel my heart, it's falling apart. I can't feel my cold hands, cold soul, watching the water take its toll. I'm soaked through, I'm soaked in you, just a lot of rain with a long distance view.
Huddled by the vents where the dry air blows, trying to find the feeling in my fingers and my toes. The thermostat is climbing, but the room is staying blue, because the only heat I ever knew was the version of you. I remember the mornings, the tangled up feet, before the whole world turned into a one-way street. Now I'm wrapped in the wool and I'm wrapped in the wire, underneath the ceiling of a charcoal colored sky. It's a bloodless maybe,
frozen over, gone, waiting for a light that's never gonna dawn. I'm a pilot of the shiver, a master of the frost, keeping a tally of the warmth that I've lost. Oh, I'm wishing for warmth, a flicker in the dark, searching for a fire, but I can't find a spark. I'm hugging my own shoulders, I'm holding my own breath, in a world that's finally catching a cold-hearted death. It's an electric over, a radiator done, shining in the absence of a morning sun. Yeah, I'm just shaking, I'm just aching for the heat. I try to drink the coffee, I try to drink the tea, but the steam doesn't stay in a version of me. I'm a conductor of the winter, a prisoner of the ice, paying for the forever with a heavy-duty price. I saw my own breath for a second in the hall, like a ghost of a secret dancing on the wall. I wanna feel the burn, I wanna feel the sting of every single always that the summer was gonna bring. Strike another match, let the whole room glow. I'm tired of the almost and the moving so slow. The cold is a magnet, the numb is a trap. I'm losing the lines on my emotional map. I can't get a wall, I'm still in the storm. Ooh, I can't get warm, I'm still in the storm. Turn it up, close the door, still shivering on the hardwood floor. Just a lot of wool and a lot of air, wishing for a warmth that isn't really there. Turn it up, it's hanging up. Turn it on, in the sound of. Turn it up, turn it up. Close the door, still shivering on the hardwood floor. Oh, just a lot of wool and a lot of air, wishing for a warmth that isn't really there. Turn it up. I've been a prisoner of the hallway and the dust, polishing the pieces of a broken down trust. But the rain has turned to a whisper on the glass, watching the slow motion shadows just pass. I'm standing in the entryway, my coat is in my hand, ready to step back onto the solid dry land. My fingers are trembling on the cold brass fear, facing the now and finally the fear. It's a wood frame made threshold of the wide, underneath the ceiling of a pale opening sky. I'm breathing in the ozone, I'm breathing in the gone, waiting for a light that's finally starting to dawn. Oh, I'm opening the door to the street, walking to the new, leaving the always version of you. It's a 5-inch step, a mile-long done, shining in the light of a watery morning sun. I'm stepping off the porch, I'm stepping off the paint, into the world that's been washed by the rain. Yeah, the door is open and I'm finally through. The sidewalk is steaming, the asphalt is a black, and there's no more room for the looking way back. I see a neighbor waving, I see a car go by, in the world that's forgotten how to sit here and cry. I wanna go back in, I wanna lock the gate, but I'm tired of the gravity and the pressure of fate. So I'm putting one foot down, I'm feeling the grit, in a life that I'm finally allowed to inhabit. Don't look back, keep the handle in the rear. You got a whole lot of nothing left to fear. The hallway was a magnet, the bedroom was a trap. I'm following the lines on a brand new map. I'm stepping out, I'm leaving the doubt. Oh, I'm stepping out, I'm leaving the doubt. One step, 2 steps, don't look at the door. I don't live in the maybe anymore. The air is fresh, the street is wide, and I'm finally on the outside. Ooh, yeah.
The storm is a whisper, a ghost on the breeze, and the sun is a sliver through the shivering trees. I've been hiding for hours, I've been hiding for miles, in the portable palace of the once upon a smiles. But the fabric is heavy and the handle is cold, and I'm tired of the story that's getting so old. I'm standing in the center of the wet black street, feeling the grit of the world on my feet. It's a wireframe, maybe a nylon line gone, but I'm looking at the light of a true-hearted dawn. I'm reaching for the slider, I'm reaching for the snap, taking back the pieces of my emotional map. Oh, I'm closing the umbrella, I'm letting it fall, leaving the shiver in the bitter dark cold. I don't need a shelter, I don't need a shield, standing in the middle of a wide open field. It's a rhythmic over, a mechanical done, walking in the light of a 2026 sun. Yeah, I'm folding it up and I'm letting it go. bought it for two. A blue-colored roof for the me and the you. Now I'm wrapping the strap, I'm clicking the lock, in a world that's finally finished with the shock. The rain on my shoulders feels like a hello, a little bit of yes in the middle of the no. I'm so getting certain I'm wet and I'm free in the middle of the version of the finally me. Shake it off, let the water just sigh. I'm a different kind of animal under the sky. The nana was a maggot, the handle was a trap. I'm following the lines on a brand new map. I'm not hiding, I'm finally riding the wind. The street is wide and I've got nothing left to hide. I'll walk home now. It's out the blue, it's out the always of the version of you. The storm is a whisper. Click, folded tight. Click, windows and die. The sky is open, the street is wide, and I've got nothing left to hide. I'll walk home now without the blue, without
storm is a whisper.